Hello everyone, welcome to online classes of Semestar Global School. This is Abhishek Sharma and I am here to teach you English Literature of Class 5. Today we are going to start chapter number 4, which is Greedy Govind. This is part 1. In this video I am going to read the chapter. Before we begin the chapter, I would like to ask one question to you all. What you guys do when your mother cooks something special? You share it with your brothers and sisters, or with your parents, or you eat it all alone. Of course, we should share our food with others. It is good to share our food. What if we start eating excessive food? Our body will start putting on weight and we will look fat and ugly. We should not be greedy in any way or for anything. This is the story about a boy whose name was Govind Gulati. He was a very greedy boy. He did not like to share anything with anyone, not even with his brothers. However, all this changed one day when something strange happened to him. Let's read the chapter. The four Gulati brothers, Tarun, Vicky, Anand, and Govind, were all sitting at the table. The boys were excited because Mummy was making her special dhoklas and khandvi with chutney. Everyone in the family loved her dhoklas and khandvi. Mummy came out with the plate of dhoklas. Quick as a flash, Govind jumped up and grabbed a piece of the plate. Then he sat down again and started gobbling it, so he could have a second piece before his brothers could serve themselves. Oh, said Anand. What's happened to your nose, Govind? Govind was too busy eating to notice that his nose had suddenly become very long as Pinocchio's, maybe even longer. Mummy came out next with a bowl of chutney. Yoo-hoo! Shouted the children as they held out their plates, waiting to be served. But what did Govind do? Govind pushed Tarun with his elbow so that he could be served first. He thought that the faster he was served, the quicker he could eat. And the quicker he could eat, the better the chances he had of getting a second helping. You must do not do that, Govind, said Mummy in a stern voice. But Govind paid no attention to her. Tarun did not worry about Govind pushing him. He was really worried about what was happening to Govind's skin. It had turned bright green. Govind! He exclaimed. However, Govind had no time to listen to what Tarun had to say. He was too busy waving his plate in front of Mummy's face to make sure that he got more soft, fluffy and piping hot dhoklas than anyone else. The brothers then picked up a dhokla each. It was now time for the chutney to be served. Govind took 2 spoons of chutney instead of one, even though nobody else had taken any. Govind, look at your ears. They have become huge, said Vicky. Of course, Govind could not see his own ears. In any case, he was too busy eating to listen to his brother. Just then, Govind realized that something was missing. "We forgot to get the khandvis," he cried. He jumped up and ran to the kitchen so he could eat a few before he brought the plate out for the rest of the family. "Govind," said his brothers together, "you have got a tail." And so he had. In fact, Govind was not Govind Gulati any longer. He was looking like a strange green creature with a snout and a big ears that stood straight up and a tail that went round and round. All this time he had thought that there was nothing wrong with him and his brothers were joking. Govind could not talk anymore. He tried very hard, but the only sound he could make was a weak snort. A sad snort. It sounded as if he knew he had been far too greedy that morning. He was now awfully sorry. He would not have turned into this strange creature had he not been so greedy. If only he could become himself again, thought Govind, he would certainly not be selfish anymore. Mummy then brought the gulab jamuns and vanilla ice cream left over from the party the day before. There were only 3 gulab jamuns left in the bowl. Govind requested each of his brothers to take one. Within seconds, his tail disappeared. When it was time to serve the ice cream, he first served the others before taking a spoonful. As soon as he did this, his ears went back to normal. There was a little ice cream still left. Though Govind really wanted to eat it, he offered it to Mummy instead. At that very moment, his nose shrunk back to its usual size. However, Govind still had a green face. How could he do something else that was not selfish and greedy? When lunch was over, Govind ran to the kitchen to help Mummy wash the dishes. That seemed to do the job. Within seconds, the green color on his face disappeared, and he was a normal boy once more. Govind ran to the mirror. He was so happy to see that he looked like himself once again. Govind shook his head and promised himself never to be selfish and greedy again. I hope you all have enjoyed this story. Thank you.